Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news comes from Detroit's West Side, where we've learned that one man is in the hospital after a stabbing at a busy intersection. That story does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ebrod Cassimy. Right now, police say that this happened earlier this morning in the area of Joy and Greenfield. Let's go live to our Larry Spruill. He joins us now from the scene with more on what police are saying. Larry.
Ebrod, police tell me that stabbing happened here at this intersection of Joy and Greenfield. Now, the intersection is clear. They just cleared it about an hour ago. Now they're trying to figure out what happened and why. Detroit police cars in this crime scene van blocked off this intersection of Joy and Greenfield for hours on Detroit's West Side Tuesday morning.
I saw the police up here and I was like, what happened? You know, because, obviously they got the whole street blocked up.
The heavy police presence caught Lori Fields' attention on her way to the bus stop. It's an often routine for her.
Oh, pretty much almost every day. I mean, it depends on where I'm going or what I have to do.
Officers say early Tuesday morning, someone stabbed a 66-year-old white male in his head and butt at this intersection. They're not sure what caused the stabbing, but this crime scene has Fields asking a lot of questions.
I mean, you get so comfortable here and someone's going to stab you? That's just, no. That's not right.
Meanwhile, police tell me that victim was taken to a local hospital. As of now, they're not sure of his condition. And police have arrested a suspect. Meanwhile, neighbors are talking about why they feel more crime is happening in their area. I'm working on that part of the story, all new tonight at 5. We're live on the Detroit's West Side this afternoon. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All righty, Larry, thank you for the update there. A Novi mother is charged today with the shocking crime of murdering her 2-year-old son. Now, that husband, the woman's husband, she's 36-year-old Chunhui Shi, and her husband arrived at the home near 12 Mile and Napier Road last Friday to find her and the couple's child severely injured. The boy died of stab wounds. We have learned that the mother has been treated for mental health issues, but was not considered to be a danger to the child. She's now charged with first-degree murder and child abuse and has a court hearing that's scheduled for next week. Over to Allen Park now. Police are searching for the gunman who shot 3 people at the Thunderbolt Lanes on Monday. Police say the dispute started over someone cutting in line. If you have any information about the gunman, you're asked to contact police. New at noon, the decision over new parking spaces in Berkeley has been postponed, with City Council deciding not to vote on a controversial plan that's backed by the Vincetta Garage restaurant right there on Woodward. Our Nick Monticelli joins us now with the reason behind the delay.
Good afternoon. Parking has always been a problem at Vincetta Garage, just not enough parking for all the patrons. So they bought up houses trying to expand the lot. That didn't work because the city rejected their rezoning applications. Then they went to courts. Then they came up with an agreement, so we thought. The parking at Vincetta Garage has always been problematic. There is not enough, and many patrons end up parking in the neighborhood. The owners of the restaurant started buying up the homes next door, hoping to expand the parking lot, but the city of Berkeley refused rezoning requests. That brought a lawsuit, which went to mediation, and in the current agreement, the restaurant can knock down 4 houses, but they'll have to build 2, not 4 parking lots. On the other 2 lots, new homes have to be built, as well as a wall separating the lots. But those living there are not happy.
It's going to lower our home values. If you take a look at these houses over there, they'll be looking directly at a parking lot that wasn't there before.
And that's what brought frustration into last night's meeting.
The consent agreement you have been asked to approve is the equivalent of knocking out a healthy tooth to make room for an infected molar.
Some residents feel the agreement is selling them out. The mayor disagrees.
It's not, at least the term that I would use. It's important that we allow them to speak and have an opportunity. This came together probably a little more quickly than it should in terms of just the communication of making sure that the residents saw or had the information prior to this meeting.
So what happens next? The city council wants to make some minor changes to the agreement, nothing major. Then at their next meeting, which should happen within the month, they'll approve it. And if they do that, then they'll send it back to the judge for final approval. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All righty, Nick, thank you. Let's switch gears now and turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue. He's got a look at your forecast on this Tuesday. Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say.
Yeah, what is it? Just barely afternoon. Good-looking poker hand here with temperatures 3 of a kind. 38 Metro, 38 Ann Arbor, 38 Adrian. You can see 39 in Pontiac, and there are a couple of 40s out there. Winds out of the west-southwest, not that strong, but they will pick up a little bit as we head into the afternoon. So your wind chills are in the lower 30s. Prep for that if you're heading out and about doing a little, I don't know, holiday decoration, tear down, shopping, whatever you got going on. Lower 30s, in spite of temperatures hitting the lower 40s, it will feel a little bit cooler. Couple of flakes and flurries, couple of cold fronts bring that promise to us. I think the first round will struggle to get going for a lot of us, but we've got sort of a double barrel cold front setup. Number one brings these mid-afternoon snow shower chances. This one, Evrod, will bring a sharp end to our mild air, and we'll discuss this Arctic blast coming up.
Alrighty, Brennan, thank you. A stampede at a funeral for a top Iranian general killed in a U.S. airstrike has now killed 40 people and injured more than 200 others.
Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general killed by a U.S. drone strike ordered by President Trump, was buried this morning in his hometown. Iranian state TV reports dozens of people were killed and dozens more injured in a stampede that broke out at the funeral. Amid the crushing sea of mourners, the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard making explicit threats, saying, "We tell our enemies that we will retaliate, but if they take another action, we will set ablaze the places that they like and are passionate about." President Trump has offered up threats of his own, saying if Iran does retaliate, the U.S. response could be disproportionate, with strikes inside Iran, even against cultural sites. The UN Secretary General says he hasn't seen the world so full of risk.
Geopolitical tensions are at their highest level this century, and this turbulence is escalating.
Overnight, the Department of Homeland Security issued a general warning that Iran could respond with cyber attacks, improvised bombs, drones, attacks on civilians, or use one of its armed proxies, both on the U.S. or American interests around the globe. Nothing specific, but a clear expression of concern. The U.S. is sending in several thousand more troops to the region as reinforcements.
So the U.S. clearly concerned that Iran will respond, just they are not sure when or where. Richard Engel, NBC News, Erbil, Iraq.
Meanwhile, here at home, the local consulate general of the Republic of Iraq will be open today and tomorrow for condolences for the Iranian general who was killed in that U.S. airstrike. The building is located there on West 12 Mile Road. It's in Southfield, and it'll be open from 2 to 5 p.m. both today and tomorrow. All right, so to come here on Local 4 News at noon, hundreds of stores are set to close. We'll tell you why Pier 1 is going to be shuttering nearly half of its stores. But first, firefighters continue to battle those devastating wildfires in Australia. Find out why the weather might bring some much-needed relief.
When a speeding driver disables you from working, I'll be right there. When you need me to come to the hospital, I'll be right there. And when you have a serious injury and deserve to win, I'll be right there.
Lee got me $300,000.
Call me. I'll be right there.
Honestly, moving to a retirement community never crossed my mind. Until that awful winter. I was stuck in my house for days. But now that I live at Fox Run, I can enjoy myself. The bad weather doesn't get in my way. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
Learn more about retirement living at Fox Run in Novi. Call today for your free brochure.
I've lost 38 pounds.
100 pounds.
130 pounds.
I lost 50 pounds in 6 months.
Basically didn't like the way I look, didn't like to take pictures.
I finally pulled the plug and walked into the clinic.
Pretty much was like a recipe. I just followed the program.
Stick with the program because it works.
They're there to really make a difference.
Life was good, but life is better now.
Lose 40 pounds in 3 months guaranteed when you call 1-800-GET-SLIM.
It's the shape of things to come.
You probably associate your sinus pain with the weather or the changing seasons, but you don't have to suffer any longer. Are you constantly getting treated for sinus infections? If so, it's time to call the Detroit Sinus Center. Using a state-of-the-art office procedure called balloon sinus dilation, Dr. Pinnock has improved the lives of thousands of patients, and he can help you too. Call now to schedule an appointment for a fast, pain-free treatment. It's time to breathe free. Call today or visit us online at DetroitSinusCenter.com.
When you get hurt by a texting driver, I'll be right there. Whether your accident's in Detroit or anywhere in Michigan, I'll be right there. And when you need someone to fight for every dollar, I'll be right there.
Lee got me $500,000.
Call me. I'll be right there.
Let's count down.
Oh my gosh.
5.
Okay.
4. Oh my God, I can't watch.
Oh, you should watch. It's fun.
Ellen's Game of Games premieres tonight on NBC.
I'm a sucker for you. I'm a sucker for you.
All right, welcome back. Volunteers from the United States are helping to fight the brush fires that are ravaging Australia. Those fires have killed at least 25 people and caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. Thousands of people have been forced from their homes. The fires are burning in Australia's 6 states and have already charred an estimated 15 million acres. And many of those fires are continuing to burn. Local volunteers have been working with the Australian military in the effort, and now 20 veteran California firefighters have arrived to help. In addition to the human toll, Australian experts say nearly 500 million animals have been killed in those brush fires. Well, for the second day in a row, the island of Puerto Rico has been hit by a very powerful earthquake. That quake that hit at 4:30 this morning measured at a 6.5 magnitude. That follows a 5.8 magnitude quake that hit on Monday. At least one person was killed in that quake. Buildings across the island were damaged, and the electrical power grid has gone down. Strong aftershocks have even followed, and you can see some of the damage and the devastation there on your screen. So this is a huge problem for the people that live there in Puerto Rico. Now, experts are saying that they cannot predict if more strong quakes are on the way. So you can only imagine people living there are on edge. We do want to talk about disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein. He was back at a New York City courtroom to face charges of sexually assaulting 2 women. Weinstein used a walker as he arrived in court again this morning for the start of jury selection. That process might take weeks because of the publicity surrounding the entire case. Yesterday, Weinstein was charged with sexually assaulting 2 women in Los Angeles. Last month, Weinstein reached a $25 million settlement with dozens of other women who have accused him of assault as well. And there is trouble for brick and mortar stores that continues now as Pier 1 Imports announced that it has plans to close hundreds of stores. The home goods retailer will shut as many as 450 locations. And a Bloomberg News report says that Pier 1 might also file for bankruptcy. The retailer's sales have been falling as Walmart and other competitors expand into home furnishings. Now, there's no word yet on exactly which locations will be closing, but of course we'll keep you updated on that. Still to come, our favorite day of the week, other than Friday and Saturday, it's Tasty Tuesday coming up. And we're going to take you inside of a small spot in Macomb County that's dishing up some big Mexican flavor. Brandon, and they were delicious.
Plus, we're looking at temperatures right now near 40 degrees. Look what's coming. Very chilly air with a couple of cold fronts. Details on how long an Arctic blast will stick around.
The flu spreads easily from person to person, but some factors help it spread faster in the community. Surprising things that can help spread the flu and what you can do to help stop it.